Saturday Morning News, only on 5 Alive. Now, from the station where you get more news.
Angry weather in western Oklahoma. 9 confirmed tornadoes danced across fields, highways near towns. And for the first time, all of nature's wrath was shown live to thousands of Oklahomans.
Now, Jennifer E., Jack Bowen, Mike Morgan's weather, Dean Blevins sports, and Jerry Bond's Oklahoma Pride. This is 5 Alive News Tonight.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us.
9 confirmed tornadoes touched down in northwest Oklahoma today. 5 Alive's fast team showed you those twisters live.
There is still a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of our state.
Let's go right now to Mike Morgan in the Weather Center for details. Michael?
Thank you, Jennifer. We're taking a deep breath back here in the 5 Alive Weather Center. Thank goodness no additional severe weather right now in Oklahoma. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 3 a.m. for much of north central and northwestern Oklahoma, but right now it is very, very calm outside. Live Doppler 5 shows a lack of activity in Oklahoma, 1 severe thunderstorm north of Wichita, and some big boomers out in the Texas Panhandle. Earlier this evening, 9, if not a dozen, confirmed tornadoes struck in the Woodward, Moreland, Fort Supply, Fargo area of northwestern Oklahoma. Let's take you now to that video. Now there's tornado number 1, as we called it, on the left part of your screen. It was on the ground for the longest period of time, probably the strongest tornado of the afternoon. But look there. There's tornado number 2. It's an invisible tornado. All you can see is the dust, dirt, and debris being picked up at the ground. Very dangerous situation from the standpoint these tornadoes at times were absolutely invisible. That's tornado 1 and tornado number 2. 2 of at least 9, if not 12, throughout much of the afternoon and evening hours in Ellis and Woodward County. There's a First Alert Storm Team first picks from Fast Unit number 1. That picture taken to the 5 Alive Weather Center via a cellular telephone. Earlier this afternoon, not only did we have Woodward County under the warning, but also Ellis County. Fast Unit 1 took that picture over a cellular telephone line. First time that's ever been done. Some more amazing video and truly some incredible stories from northwestern Oklahoma. More on that back at the news desk.
Mike, thank you. 5 Alive fast units traced the storms throughout the afternoon. And when the tornadoes developed, we had them on the air instantly.
There are no reports of injuries at this time. There is some damage 11 miles north of Woodward.
And that's where our fast units are now. And Jane Braden, you witnessed those multiple tornadoes. Tell us what that was like from your perspective.
Well, the brutal winds that blew through this farmland and through the area all around here, about 5 miles wide, they were incredible to watch. Tornadoes kept dropping from the clouds. As soon as you would think that these would be finished, more would drop. It was an experience that was beyond description in reality, and it all started this afternoon a little after 5 o'clock. Dark clouds were churning over Moreland, but this storm wasn't supposed to have been strong enough for tornadoes.
Now we have a tornado. We have a tornado.
In moments, an angry tornado was on the ground. But before official warnings went out, a second tornado was forming. The sirens blare in Moreland. This storm isn't finished. 5 tornadoes have touched down. 23 minutes have passed, and the first tornado is bigger than ever.
They called me and said we had tornadoes on the ground west of Moreland, and I come out and could see 2 on the ground at that time. That's when we called to find out how far the tornadoes was from Moreland. They said that they was 6 west, and that's when we activated our emergency sirens here in Moreland.
And the tunnel remains on the ground, picking up in debris. It's turning dark and ugly now, and again, it's still...
The tornadoes have all formed within about 5 miles of each other. They aren't covering much ground, but 3 more continue to form backwards towards Woodward. Woodward sirens are going. An hour and 45 minutes later, Mother Nature's spectacular is over, amazingly sparing homes and lives when 9 to 10 tornadoes swirled across the country land. Chris Lee, our photographer, is making an unusual appearance on this side of the camera, in front of the camera. You were here, you saw this, but you've seen tornadoes across Oklahoma for years and years now. Explain what you felt and saw as this happened.
It was just amazing because I've never seen that many tornadoes in such a short period of time and such a consistent. I mean, we sat there for, what did we decide, an hour and 40 minutes And there was, at one time or another, there was always at least one tornado, sometimes as many as 3 on the ground. I've never seen anything like that. And they were actually moving the wrong direction from what we normally give. We normally say that they'll move towards the northeast, which is generally the way the storms move. These were actually back building. They were building to the southwest, exactly opposite of what we usually say.
So an incredible experience. You're not going to forget today much.
No, I don't think so. Last year, I believe I saw 8 or 9 tornadoes all year long, and it was a very active season. And this year, I saw 8 or 9 tornadoes in one day, in an hour and 40 minutes.
People who live around here have seen a lot of tornadoes. This is certainly one of the crucial parts of Tornado Alley. And Bill Mitchell, you've been talking to a lot of those people whose homes made it today, thankfully.
This was the newspaper this morning in Woodward. 45 years ago, the great tornado. Over 100 people died. People had tornado on their minds today. But luckily, this time, history did not repeat itself. 2 tornadoes touched down here on the Houghton family homestead. Luckily, Gary, Carol, and their 3 children have a storm cellar. A storm cellar they shared with a family who just happened to be passing through and came here for shelter.
And I saw the tornado right back behind the grain bin there, coming this way, and I told them to hurry on into the house down to the basement. The kids led the way.
The tornadoes missed the house. When the wind stopped blowing and the dogs quit barking, they began assessing the damage. A grain bin was ripped off its foundation and tossed 30 yards. Several stalls in the barn were destroyed. The rest of the damage was minor compared to what could have happened. Times have changed since the great tornado hit here 45 years ago.
The warning system with you guys and all the radar we have now, we had plenty of warning and had lots of spotters out, and everybody knew it was coming.
There will be more storms and more rainbows. It is only the beginning of the tornado season. And if this is only the beginning, we can imagine what the rest of the season is like. 2 people you haven't seen tonight, that's Kyle Ham, who's taking the pictures right now, who I usually work with in Fast Unit 1. And all those pictures today came to you via Starcam 5, Denny Osterkamp, running the satellite truck again tonight. Again, a bunch of people working hard. All the folks in town said thanks when I saw them, because they turned on the TV and they saw them. They knew where they were. They appreciate that very much. They like to know what's going on during tornado season, and we'll tell them.
Don't you think it's incredible, though, that 9 tornadoes struck in this area alone, and we couldn't find but this damage?
Yes.
And this is not as severe as it could be. And we drove, Chris and I, we drove up and down all of the country roads trying to find it.
Line roads trying to find any
And
kind
there
of damage.
was no damage to be found. I think that is one of the most amazing things, and this area feels truly blessed by that tonight. And I think the rainbow is kind of a peaceful sign that all was well, and that was a beautiful sight to see after all of this.
I'll tell you another thing that a lot of people have talked to me about. Everybody now has camcorders. Everybody around town has different pictures of this. So if you have them, call us. We'll get together with you, and we'll put them all together in something.
Thank you. Jennifer?
All right, Jane and Chris and Bill and Kyle and all the rest of our crew, we're awfully proud of you, and I tell you...
We're grateful you're well, too.
Yeah, people all over town were talking tonight and even calling here. I mean, people really appreciated what you did today, so thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
As Bill mentioned, on this day, April 9th, 1947, a tornado of killer magnitude hit Woodward. We are fortunate to have some rare film footage of the damage that followed that day. More than 100 people died in the tornado, which was said to be a mile wide. And here's the most frightening thought of all. There was no warning. The tornado hit after dark. In 1947, tornado warnings traveled through telegraph lines at a speed of 60 miles an hour. The killer tornado could have been traveling as fast as 300 miles an hour.
Now, very few people, as you heard Chris Lee say a minute ago, who've studied weather all their lives have seen what 5 Alive showed thousands of Oklahomans and even the rest of the nation live this afternoon. Tornadoes began touching down around 5:18 this evening, 3 spotted northwest of Moreland. At 5:45, a tornado hit near Fort Supply. Then, just 15 minutes later, 2 more tornadoes hit the same area. At 6:03, 2 were spotted in Ellis County, about 10 miles north of Gage. And finally, at 6:22, a tornado crossed U.S. Highway 270 west of Fort Supply. A total of 9 confirmed tornadoes. However, our 5 Alive Fast team say as many as 16 may have touched down. today. Incredible.
And you said a lot of people around the nation watched as well on satellite.
That's right. They saw it live. ABC put it up on the satellite.
Well, what does it take to bring you the fastest, most accurate severe weather coverage? Up next, we take you behind the scenes here at 5 Alive during a history-making severe weather day.
Oklahoma City's 89ers open their season tonight. Later in sports, we go out to the ballpark.
And could casino gambling be coming to downtown Oklahoma City? Well, that may be closer than you think. We'll be right back.
The best computer buys are at Wizards. Here's a desktop computer that won't slow you down. A 25 megahertz 386 with power to spare. Serial, parallel, and game ports are standard. Fully expandable, this baby can run all your toughest programs. Windows, loaded, WordPerfect, whatever. 100% compatibility? You know it. VGA graphics, naturally. And a free VGA color monitor make this desktop computer at $9.95 your best buy. And with Wizards service to back you, how can you miss? Wizards Computers in Shepherd Mall.
The March into Spring sale at Smith Farm and Garden is going on now. Save on Troy-built rototillers and at the same time find out how easy gardening can really be. See how easily it busts sod, prepares beautiful seed beds, and cultivates. At Smith Farm and Garden, you'll find a Troy-built rototiller for every size garden, and best of all, they're on sale during the March into Spring sale at Smith Farm and Garden.
Smith Farm and Garden, Northwest 10th and Portland, Oklahoma City. All your gardening needs under one roof.
A recent Gallup poll revealed that in spite of all we're hearing about sexually active teenagers, drug and alcohol abuse, and much more among our youth, 95% of them believe in God and 74% of them pray frequently or occasionally. How shall the young secure their hearts? Churches of Christ would share that message with your youth. Worship with us and join us here on this station.
Join Mac Lyon for In Search of the Lord's Way this Sunday morning at 8 here on KOCO-TV 5.
There seems to be a mixed message about drinking while you're pregnant. We'd like to clear it up. If you're pregnant, don't drink.
For your child's healthy future, be good to your baby now. Don't drink.
If you're trying to stop drinking, talk to your doctor or call your local health department. They can help. Make the call. You gotta think.
It's no accident that 5 Alive was the only station with live pictures for the first hour while all those tornadoes were occurring today. It's the result of new superior technology developed right here at 5 Alive, and also the result of people with the experience to interpret that technology and use it to bring our viewers the best coverage first.
You're a Met. I want TSC.
All afternoon, 5 Alive meteorologists Mike Morgan and John Slater watch as the elements necessary for stormy weather converge. When the National Weather Service issues a thunderstorm watch shortly after 3:30, our first alert system puts it on your screen seconds later, making 5 Alive the first TV station to relay that information. Then Mike goes on the air. Listen closely as Mike already is putting particular emphasis on two towns.
Of Oklahoma, it does include parts of northwestern Oklahoma as well, around Moreland and Woodward, as well as...
Mike and John prove why they're Oklahoma's #1 weather forecasting team. Those two towns are where they send First Alert Storm Team #2 with our most experienced storm chaser in the field, Chris Lee.
We can't lose because we got Chris right in position. We can't lose no matter what happens.
And Chris Lee delivers.
One is the one to the south. It's a little bit west of straight north of the town of Moreland, and it appears to be moving pretty much straight east very slowly.
The National Weather Service sees our picture.
All right, the Weather Service has just seen our live video and have now issued a tornado warning. That is a tornado warning.
For an hour, Chris and Jane Braden are Oklahoma's only TV crew showing live pictures as tornado after tornado forms. The ABC television network puts the live signal on a satellite, and stations all over the country broadcast it. Mike and John also help maneuver Fast Unit #1 with Kyle Ham and Bill Mitchell into perfect position to capture a tornado as it forms near Fargo. This time, our exclusive First Pick system allows them to send back pictures via cellular phone as they drive so they don't have to stop chasing the storm. It's a day when superior technology and experience pay off and make you ask, who says you can't forecast Oklahoma weather? And coupled with the fact that Mike was the only meteorologist to have a storm team at Laverne last May during the tornado there, It's encouraging to see that Five Alive know-how and technology really are making the weather a lot more predictable. Good job today.
Well, and as you can see, we've been patting Mike on the back, and it is well-deserved because what you don't get a chance to see are all the hours that you put in behind the scenes.
A couple of beads of sweat, perhaps, develop on my forehead this afternoon. I tell you, this Oklahoma boy has never seen weather unfold right before your eyes like it did this afternoon.
Incredible.
Tornado after tornado after tornado touchdown right before your very eyes. When we went on with the live coverage at 10 after 5, I thought it'd last 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Little did I know we'd be on the air until, what, about 6:45?
That's exactly right.
In the afternoon. Truly incredible video, and we may have some more severe weather. I hope nothing like what we just had, of course, this afternoon, especially for you folks in the Moreland, Woodward area. A lot more to show you. Let's take a look outside. Stepping out in Oklahoma City, skies are mostly cloudy in the metro. Here's a live view from the Broadway extension and I-44. Skies are mostly cloudy, and our temperature is 68 degrees. Our winds are from the south at 9. Our dew point is 53, humidity 60%, pressure 29.86, and it is holding steady. A very muggy day in Oklahoma. We made it up to close to 80 degrees, in fact, 83 here in Oklahoma City, and the morning low temperature was 59. Let's go to our county graphics here. I want to show you the exact track of these developing tornadoes. You saw it at home. You saw it at the shopping mall. You saw it wherever you're in front of a TV set today unfold before your very eyes. Let's zoom in here. Here's Moreland right here. The first tornado touched down about 7 miles northwest of Moreland, and they developed back toward the west-southwest to about 9 miles north of Woodward. There's the downtown Woodward area. Then more tornadoes developed just north of the Woodward Airport, north of Tangier, and south of Fort Supply. And then even more storms and tornadoes developed between Fargo and 10 miles north of Gage. And, of course, we showed you those via the first pics. At least 12 tornadoes today, possibly as many as 14 or 15. John Slater, my buddy in the Weather Center, has a lot of storm-chasing experience himself. He had a rather extraordinary event near Woodward of last year. John?
Well, thank you, Mike. That's right. Let's take you back now to May 26, 1991. I filmed this tornado just southeast of Woodward in Woodward County. I'm traveling northwest up Highway 3. I'm looking off to my east, and about, a half mile from me, we have a pretty big tornado here doing some damage. This is about an F2, F3 on a scale of 1 to 5. Big tornado about 5 miles southeast of the Woodward area. Good news here, though, this tornado is moving away from me, and that's the key. It is moving away from the observer, so I'm not in that much danger. So just like today, I want to take my hats off to the First Alert Storm team. Those people out there gave us fantastic tornado pictures this afternoon, at the same time keeping themselves very, very safe. Mike, back to you.
Of course, those tornadoes today were not quite as strong as the one that John saw last year near Moreland Woodward on May 26th. Doppler 5 shows very little in the way of activity tonight. That's a good thing. All the severe weather occurred earlier today. Some light rain in southwestern Oklahoma and some dissipating very strong storms north of Wichita. There is still a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 3 a.m. for northwestern and north central Oklahoma. But I tell you, folks, right now, the activity is on its way down, and we may not have any more activity in the way of severe thunderstorms tonight in Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and show you the metro forecast for tonight. Skies will be partly to mostly cloudy. There's a slight chance of thunderstorms, a little better chances of storms in western and in northern Oklahoma. Lows near 60. South breezes at 8 to 16. And for Friday, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. I call it BWH in Oklahoma. Breezy, warm, and humid. Highs of 82 degrees. South winds at 10 to 20. The weekend looks great. Coming right up on the forecast you can remember.
Every day at Mathis Brothers, we feature the state's best selection of casual dining furniture.
Showing over 50 sets from America's top 2 brands, Chromcraft and Douglas. With everyday low prices, our competition just can't explain.
Like this Douglas set for only $388 with oak trim all over the table and the armchairs that roll, tilt, and swivel. And this set from Chromcraft is only $488 for the table and chairs built to last the Chromcraft way.
Compare these 2 sets, costing hundreds more, and you'll see why we're Oklahoma's #1 furniture store by far. Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
Hi, I'm Scott Taylor, and on behalf of Pastor Greg Whitlow, I want to invite you and your family to attend Resurrection 92, a special drama and musical presentation by the Lakeside Assembly of God Music and Drama Departments under the direction of Bill Hedrick and Connie Williams. That's Saturday, April 11th at 7 o'clock p.m. and Sunday, April 12th at 3 o'clock p.m. 6810 Northwest 122nd, Lakeside Assembly. We'll see you there.
Beginning Tuesday, April 14th, beauty and power combine at the Fairgrounds Arena. 7 different breeds compete at the Oklahoma Centennial Horse Show April 14th through 19th at the State Fairgrounds Arena. We'll be ready.
One of the most exciting discoveries in cellular technology just happened in Oklahoma. 5 Alive and Mike Morgan, working with Cellular One, invented another first in weather coverage. First Alert's newest feature, First Picks. Cellular One has joined forces with 5 Alive to bring you First Picks. It shows you pictures of storms as they're happening. And First Picks puts NextRad radar and Doppler 5 data in every storm-team car. So if you're not watching 5 Alive's Mike Morgan this storm season, you're not getting the whole picture.
More warm and humid weather in Oklahoma. A couple of thunderstorms thrown in to boot. Tomorrow, there's a slight chance of thunderstorms. Could see some severe weather, mainly in western and southwestern Oklahoma. 82 for a high. Partly cloudy and warming up over the weekend. 84 and 86. 85 on Monday, and it looks like more severe weather, that type of pattern by next week. Thunderstorms on Tuesday, highs in the low 80s, and the nighttime lows all within a few degrees of 60. Bob's Barbecue in Arcadia, Oklahoma, brought by a big plate of barbecued ribs tonight for our coverage on the tornadoes earlier today. I'd like to thank those folks. And of course, Bethany,
good, too.
yeah, all the door handles are a little bit
greasy
from the and the folks, Jack, the folks in Bethany, we missed Tornado Alley because of all the tornadoes tonight. We're going to reschedule with them, okay?
If they don't
be out there.
They understand, I'm sure.
It's a little busy today.
And we'll have some great new video when we do
That's
that.
right, exactly.
All right, thank you,
You
Mike.
bet.
I had a rare opportunity this afternoon to watch as a dream shared by 2 people for 50 years finally came true. Duncan resident Peter Mueller told me he was a bundle of nerves as he waited for his sister, Hilda Schuke. They were separated in Germany during the height of World War II. She was told he was a German soldier killed in action. But they found each other again, and today they finally got to see each other face to face after 53 years. Strangers clapped as they were caught up in the moment.
I'm glad that she is in good condition. She is. I am glad she can come here, and we will spoil her rotten. I want to meet.
After spending a couple of weeks in Duncan, Peter and Hilda will have another reunion with their sister who lives in El Paso, Texas.
Boy, it's hard to know what that would feel like.
They were just really nervous. It was really cute.
Congratulations. Well, in Oklahoma Pride tonight, we've got a star shining in Oklahoma City in the name of a good cause. Jerry.
Right. Well, we have our own star, Mike Morgan, that we're so proud of
Did he
tonight. I'm
shine
going
or
to tell
what?
you about another one right now. He sure did shine. The star is Susan Anton, and she came to our city today to help the American Cancer Society's door-to-door fundraising effort. She also stopped by Baptist Medical Center to talk about healthy lifestyles with some high school senior girls.
Ask some very important questions so that you can make some really great choices about your future and your health, because that's the key to it all. Without your health, what good is any of it?
The program was called On Your Own, and our own Cherokee Ballard helps conduct it. It's designed to teach young women about health challenges in their own futures. In hometown headlines tonight, Oklahoma history will come to life this weekend in several towns, and I have the scoop for you. From the El Reno Daily Tribune, we're to the Fort Reno Indian Territory Days, Saturday and Sunday at the old Fort Reno Military Post. It's Oklahoma's largest living history encampment. Then on Monday, the 13th, the Cheyenne Star tells us it's time for a big centennial celebration for both the town of Cheyenne and the Cheyenne-Arapahoe region. There'll be parades, a rodeo, dances, a quilt display, and a whole lot more. And finally, from the Mustang News, there's an auction you need to know about on Saturday at the Walmart in Mustang. It's to benefit the Children's Miracle Network, and it starts at 11 a.m. And of course, Jack and Jennifer, you're going to be part of that telethon next month, right?
May 30th and 31st,
Yeah.
so keep
Gearing
watching.
Thanks, Jerry. Still ahead on 5 Alive News tonight. After 2 years in jail and a 7-month trial, the verdict is finally in for Manuel Noriega. We'll tell you what the jury's decision is coming next.
And the governor gets more than 20,000 letters in support of Indian gaming. His reaction when we return.
If you can afford furniture, you can afford Evans. For example, your choice of colors and these all-steel rockers, only $59. Or a good old-fashioned wood porch rocker, only $99. This Queen Anne wingback, or this swivel rocker in your choice of colors, $159. And the stunning Danish contemporary style leather plush chair with the ottoman, only $199. No matter what your budget, you'll find Oklahoma's best furniture value at the Home Furnishings Mall, Evans.
From
change your luck, come change your luck, come change your luck. For just a buck, for just a buck, for just a buck. Come change your luck, come change your luck. Gene Messer Ford.
Change your luck with a car or truck for just $1 down at Gene Messer Ford. That's right. $1 down delivers any new Ford car, truck, or any used car, truck. So bring a buck and change your luck at Gene Messer Ford.
Things look bad. Unprecedented fighting has again erupted, leaving thousands either dead or homeless.
Even worse,
Markets wobble amid rumors of another impending economic collapse.
there's good news.
That God's Word is our life. God's hope is set before us, so it's up to us to lay hold upon it.
Watch The Believer's Voice of Victory with Kenneth Copeland. Good news every week.
Hey, Mom and Dad, treat your family to an American tradition, rodeo. See world champion cowboys, hilarious rodeo clowns, and the daring Wrangler bullfights when Volkman's Bank presents the 89er Days PRCA Rodeo, April 23rd through 25th. Kids bring an empty Coca-Cola can and get it absolutely free. Compliments of Coca-Cola and Five Alive. Celebrate 89er Day at Oklahoma's largest pro rodeo, April 23rd through 25th at the Lazy E. Call 1-800-234-3393.
State Indian gaming officials are literally laying more cards on the table to bring casino gambling to Oklahoma. More than 20,000 postcards from bingo hall patrons were taken to the state capitol. The cards urge the governor to support the growth of Indian gaming. The governor says, though, they'll have little impact.
It's going to take time, and as I predicted, I suspect it'll also take court action before we finally get it sorted out. But the 20,000 cards would be of no other influence to us than to remind us that it's a very important issue.
Some gaming officials, though, say the governor just does not understand the economic impact full casino gambling would have on Oklahoma. Have you heard the idea of turning the Skirvin Hotel into a gambling casino? Well, the company behind that plan has just come forward. Later tonight in our News Extra, we'll tell you who they are, what they're planning to do, and how much it'll cost.
Former Panamanian leader Manuel Noriega was found guilty of 8 counts of racketeering and racketeering conspiracy. A federal jury in Miami convicted him today. Federal prosecutors say the 2-year battle is finally paid off. The verdict comes just a day after jurors said they were deadlocked. Sentencing is set for July 10th.
If there is one golf weekend that is the golf weekend, it's coming up.
This is it. They're going for a green jacket. Pretty and Jennifer's. We'll have highlights for you tonight coming up next.
Mom, I'm sorry to wake you, but I really need help. Mom, listen to me. I'm in jail. I had a text that bounced, and Mom, it's awful in here. What do I do?
Remember, when you or someone you know is in trouble, the first call you need to make is to Abraham's Bail Bond Company. We really care about you and your problems. We've helped Oklahomans for over 29 years. Abraham's Bail Bond Service, 528-8000.
Now it can be told, Desert Storm was the first war in which air power decided the victory. For the first time, you were there with our elite pilots as they rumble across the desert and into history. Aviation Week in Space Technology presents Thunder in the Gulf, the newest, hottest volume in the Air Power Video Library. Newly released exclusive footage shows the EF-111 Raven blind Iraqi radar. And exclusive new footage shows the stealth attack fighter fight impossible targets. See Air Power set new records during 40 days of fury and 40 nights of airborne terror.
The whole sky is filled with AAA.
You're in the cockpit with the world's best fighter pilots.
That's the one I've been looking for. Good hit.
Call this toll-free number to order Thunder in the Gulf for only $9.99. Air Power is the video library pilots collect. When you keep Thunder in the Gulf, other Air Power videos will follow about every 6 weeks at the regular price, and there's never any commitment to buy. In Flight Deck, catapult from zero to hero in the Tomcat. In modern air combat, go supersonic aboard the FA-18 Hornet. In air superiority, dominate the skies in the F-15 Eagle. Call now to order your first video, Thunder in the Gulf, for only $9.99.
Roger. Copy that.
To order your Air Power video, call 1-800-533-8700. That's 1-800-533-8700. Or send $9.99 plus $3.23 shipping and handling to Thunder in the Gulf, P.O. Box 1880, Department LV, Alexandria, Virginia. Or call 1-800-533-8700.
1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-8700. 1-800-533-
Jerry Park here to fill in. Jerry Park here to fill in.
You got it?
Yeah, for Dean Blevins. And I know you're going to talk baseball, but do you have a green jacket since you were third to
I certainly do.
He has one ugly green jacket.
Play your cards out, and I'll wear it Sunday for the final round. Okay. Unless Jennifer's around. Our Oklahoma City 89ers open the 1992 American Association baseball season tonight at All Sports Stadium, hosting the Buffalo Bisons. Bad news for the good guys, a 9-7 loss to Buffalo. It started as a pitcher's nightmare. First inning, Niners Bob Brower a hit. Second batter, Jeff Rye with a great hit and run. Third batter, Rob Maurer, a double off the left field wall.
It's off the wall. Here comes the 89ers.
Then Rusty McGinnis on safely. And that was followed by Dan Peltier. The Niners wrapped 5 hits and scored 3 runs, but they lost. A 9-decision victory for the Bison. There was a full slate of games in the major baseball leagues this afternoon and tonight. In the American League, Juan Guzman had a career-high 10 strikeouts for the Blue Jays. Minnesota popped the Brewers. Oakland and Kansas City, the tape shows. Mark McGuire connected for the Athletics. Beautiful day for baseball in Kansas City. One out of the ballpark. This was McGuire's first of the season. The Royals averted the shutout when Jim Eisenreich got the pitch he wanted and parked it with a made aboard. Let's check the scoreboard. It shows you that the Athletics slipped past the Royals, third straight loss. Yankees did the same to the Red Sox. Baltimore blanked the Indians. Texas on a roll again. Ruben Sierra has homered. The Rangers lead Seattle early. And Chicago on top of the Angels, that game in the second. In the National League, the Mets blasted the Cards this afternoon. Montreal did the same to the Pirates. Dale Murphy, his first home run of the season to lead the Phils past Chicago. The Giants blasted the Braves. Cincinnati leading Houston late. L.A. on top of the Padres early. Small crowd on hand at Remington Park this Thursday afternoon. Just a few fans, over 5,000 through the turnstiles. Handle about $664,000. Pick 6 numbers 3, 1, 9, 10, 2, 9. No winners. Carryover to tomorrow is nearly $33,000. Well, the ninth was the feature at Remington, the Hugo Purse. Now watch the finish and pay particular attention to She's Got No Time in third on the rail, ridden by Donna Barton wearing the pink silks. Jim Byers makes the call.
They're in the stretch. And at the rail, it's Patty Song clinging to a short lead. Permissible stays there in second. Back to the inside. She's Got No Time. Races third. Then Elegant Exacxi out of deuces. Gets into it. Miss Mescal on the far outside. Permissible is heading to the front. She's Got No Time to the inside next. Then out of deuces. It's Permissible. She's Got No Time. She's Got No Time.
She's Got No Time. 2 names alone atop the leaderboard after the first round of the Masters. Then a big gap back to the rest of the field. Lanny Watkins is one of those names at 7 under par 65. 5 birdies on the back 9 at Augusta today, including this 50-foot putt for a birdie on the 18th. 1988 PGA winner Jeff Sluman is tied with Watkins for the lead at 7 under. Sluman's round included a hole-in-one on the 4th. Now, one of the better shots of the day came from Tour Money leader Fred Couples. Watch this one coming straight out of the bunker and into the cup on the 16th. Jack, this is the way you and I play golf, isn't it? A great shot right there.
It's been about 20 years since I've been out. Yeah. We need to tell Dean, get well. We want you back.
We very, very soon.
Could the Skirvin Hotel be turned into an Indian gambling casino?
An Oklahoma company has its eye on the landmark hotel. 5 Alive News has learned who they are and what they're doing. We'll tell you next.
Now, extra hours, extra savings, $399.95. Sulfa and Love Seat, all wood dinettes, $188. Now at Oklahoma Discount Furniture, Southeast 29th and Sooner Road. Now, extra hours, extra savings, $299.95. Sofa, Love Seat, and chair, recliners, $99.95. Now at Oklahoma Discount Furniture, Southeast 29th and Sooner Road. Now, extra hours, extra savings, sofa and love seat, $466. Table sets, $99.95. Now at Oklahoma Discount Furniture, Southeast 29th and Sooner Road.
Hi, folks. Wade Carter, Bob Moore Used Cars, Trucks, and Vans on May, and we buy the best and sell to you for less. Here's 3 examples priced at just $49.88. An 86 Honda CRX SI, super clean, fully loaded, just $49.88. Luxury car buyers, look at this 85 Cadillac Fleetwood, leather, fully loaded, only $49.88. And with a special of the week, here's Greg Albright.
Here's an 84 Riviera, 1 owner, leather, digital dash, only $49.88.
Quality cars, trucks, and vans, low prices. We've got them for you at Bob Moore Used Cars, 3515 North May.
No matter where you live in the Oklahoma City area, this is a number I think you'll recognize. It rings where you can get the skills you need to compete in today's job market. The kind of training that can help you get a better job and make a real change in your life. With placement assistance to help you get started, it's a number you won't want to forget. Recognize it now? It's 681-2300. Right Business School. Right training can make the difference. Call us today.
Together, let's make a statement about growing up healthy to the people who have the most say in it. Expectant mothers, mothers with small infants, and the next generation who will make the decisions on when to start a family. The message is, be good to your baby now.
You have to give us healthy future, healthy future, healthy future. Be good to your baby now for healthy future. You gotta think.
A Norman company breaks its silence tonight. The Dax Corporation is planning to turn the landmark Skirvin Hotel into an Indian gambling casino. There are some problems with this $50 million idea, though. Governor Walters has not okayed casinos in Oklahoma, but Dax remains optimistic. In tonight's News Extra, 5 Alive's Terry Watkins takes us on a tour of the dream.
Marilyn Patterson is an officer in the Norman-based Dax Corporation. It is her dream to turn the Skirvin Plaza into a $50 million hotel and gaming plaza. The historic hotel has been vacant for years. You have to rub the dirt away from the windows and close your eyes to imagine her dream.
As you walk in the door, you will be greeted by a top-hatted doorman. You will see nothing but the most beautiful furnishings, a grand staircase in the lobby going to the mezzanine level, very intimate conversation areas, and total service.
The money to fuel this five-star dream will come from a casino.
They will be physically separated from the hotel area by giant carved wooden doors with a very nicely dressed door person standing there to open the door to you, our guests, to welcome you into the gaming areas if you choose to go there. If you choose not to, though, you will never know that there's a casino on the property.
Money has already been spent on architects, design, interior decorators. Remember, they are talking $50 million.
The money comes from our company, investors who have known about the project and are interested. A lot of it is Oklahoma money.
They are ready to go, but there is a major hitch.
We have all of the plans ready to go. The minute the governor says the compact is ready to go, then we are ready to begin work on the Skirvin Plaza.
And that's a big if right now. But here's a quick rundown of what Dax says they want to do. It will have a poker room, 1,000 slot machines, bingo, and an off-track betting room. 3 restaurants in the hotel, a sports bar, banquet rooms, a chapel, and the ballroom. Patterson believes employment would be over 5,000. And even though Indian land, which this would be on, can't be taxed, they estimate $7.5 million in tax revenue for the city and state.
Dax Corporation has also come here to the Bricktown area of downtown Oklahoma City to sell the idea of casino gambling in downtown, to provide a renovation to this area. It's apparently been pretty well received. But remember, this all hinges on the governor approving full casino gambling on Indian land in Oklahoma. Terry Watkins, 5 Alive News, tonight.
And Terry tells us that Dax will have to work with an Indian tribe, but the tribe is not firmed up yet. It will not be the absentee Shawnee tribe Dax currently works with at Thunderbird Bingo.
Once again, we want to go back to what's easily been the top story of the day, the tornado coverage, and talk about Mike and our crews who, you know, I just sat here and marveled, Mike, what a fabulous job you guys did.
Chris Lee, Jane Braden, Bill
whole
Mitchell.
gang, Bill Mitchell.
Incredible group of people.
Spectacular video. Folks from Miami, Florida called, the nation's capital, New York City. They all saw this live via satellite about 5:15, 5:30. So the whole nation has been talking about what we showed you between 5 and 6:30 this afternoon. By the way, just a little sidelight here. NexRad, which is 3 times more powerful than any television station Doppler radar, did see the circulation aloft, but notice how small those tornadoes are. It did not pick up the circulation very well. There's another radar in town. Some guy down the road says he saw 112-mile-per-hour winds from Oklahoma City on Doppler radar. You can't see it. That's not a true statement. But You could see the circulation, but to measure 112 from Oklahoma City, not true, not true. NEXRAD could see it, our radar could see it. You can't measure 112-mile-an-hour winds from Oklahoma City to Woodward. It comes right down to the storm spotter, fast unit 1, fast unit 2, and radar. It's a combination of both things to get the warning out first.
Well, again, our congratulations on a job very
We're
well
glad
done.
we could keep the public informed.
You bet. Thanks, Mike.
That's our news. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
The Wilhite brothers from Branson join us tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Now, didn't they go by the Noblemen?
They're from the Noble Lexington area.
Why didn't they call themselves the Lexington Men?
I don't know.
Kid Boyer is everywhere.